All right, hello everybody. I'm gonna give everybody a minute to get on here, but I have a recap for you of what just happened at the Sema show, the 2022 Sema show. So we can go through a bunch of stuff. The main exciting thing is a bigger Mickey Thompson tire. So like I said, we'll give everybody a second to get on here. I see some names popping up, and yeah, it's been a heck of a few days there, and we're gonna start going here. I see people. Hey, there's Terry. Yep, awesome. Good to see you, Terry. Sam, good to see you. My voice is a little hoarse, so I'm going to apologize in advance, but you guys should be able to hear me pretty good. Doing it off the phone usually works pretty good, and yeah, I am getting a batch of those tires, so we're going to talk about that. I'll give a second here to get a few more people on. There's Rick. Rick, I had a question for you, Rick Harrington. Are you running the 9-inch center sections, or did you go with the higher end aftermarket 10-inch ring gear in your 9-inch housing? So maybe you can type back in here and tell me. Let's see what else we got. There's Alan. Okay, Sam says good audio, nice. Hey, Chris. Good to see everybody hopping on. I appreciate that. I'm actually, I already left Sema, but I'm going to give you guys a recap. I stopped in Baker. That's how committed I am to bring you guys the show at 5 o'clock. And I'm going to go through a bunch of the stuff I saw and did at Sema, including the new 42-inch, if I can point to it, 42-inch Baja Boss. So, and I'm happy to answer questions as always. And yeah, there's Terry. And, you know, much to my surprise, not only do they have the 42, they've got a 44, and both of them are 1350, which I was quite happy to see. And the 44 is only available in a 20. So for you 17-inch guys, that's going to be ruled out. But let me grab, I grabbed the spec sheet from their booth, and I was going to talk about this. I'm going to flip the camera around for a second, and this is the spec sheet from what I got at the show. So for those of you watching this, yeah, it's here. I physically saw them. I am physically getting a set, and officially, you can see right here, summer of 2023 is when they will be delivering them. As I've told many of you, I've already put in an order for these, and you know, I hope all of you that have piped up and said you want 42s, that you're going to be willing to pony up for them. So I don't have any pricing yet. You know, other than physically seeing them, getting to touch them, and getting excited about it. I can tell you this, although I consider myself a good source, Mickey Thompson needed to hear it from the 20 million other people that were there at Sema that this was a great idea and everybody's excited about the tire. So I really didn't care what the other people said. I know as a wheeler, I want a 42, so dang it, just make the 42s. Okay, so let's see what else we got here. We got a few other people coming on and saying hi. The race car will not be on 42s for this coming KOH. They will not even have some testers ready for us, let alone the ability to run a sticky. So they're just happy. They're going through that initial process of popping the first few out, checking the production line. They've got to go through some DOT testing. All of this is kind of sketchy. So yeah, Rick's saying the KR3s are, yeah, $1,000 a piece. Tires aren't cheap, you know, it's just the way it is. I am going to order 80% of these, the new 42s, in a 17-inch wheel, and I'll order the other 20% in a 20-inch wheel. So that way I'll have some for both. Yes, I do think the All of our builds can handle a 42. I mean, if you're running the upgraded Curry axles with 40 splines and, you know, basically a real GenRight build, you'll be able to do that. The 44, I don't know what they're going to put that on, other than, you know, like a buggy. It is a big tire. These are true to size. They're going to be within 0.1 of, you know, so the way they test these is they air them up to 30 pounds. They're not on a vehicle. They just check the height, you know, aired up, mounted on a rim, and then they measure the height. So right now they've measured within 0.1. So yeah. So don't know. Just saw. Okay. But I did get the 10-inch. Okay. So I've had a couple customers that have wanted to do the 10-inch. I just had a conversation about this with Casey Curry, and he said, you'll get 10,000 miles out of those. It's a race gear, and the reason it's a race gear is because they're softer to take up the shock loads. So don't be surprised if you got to replace those after 10,000 miles, and they're not cheap, of course. So plan ahead and make sure you've got some by the time you're going to need them. So I see more familiar names hopping on. That's awesome. And guys, I'm looking for questions, so by all means, type in some questions. I can tell you that I did see a lot of new products there. Vision X has got a whole new off-the-grid solar charging system that is unbelievable. That if you're doing some overlanding and you're going to have solar and stuff, this is it rivals that system that's been very popular out of Australia. So let's see. I'm trying to watch these questions as they're flipping by. What else? Oh, Jeff's popping in some links. I'll get the 42s listed soon, and we'll start taking pre-orders for those people that are super hot on them. Oh, and by the way, I did have a conversation. I took some people for rides in the aftershock while I was there, some customers, and they were asking about this tire in a 38, and they are working on that. They're, you know, obviously everybody wants it in their particular size, so they're just trying to chip away at the list. I'm not asking for any other sizes. I want the freaking 42. So yeah, I've learned if you ask for too much, you get nothing. So just stay focused on that, and they'll work on it and get it done for you. So beside the fact that I want to order a boatload of these tires, I also, just to let you know, the customers that I gave a ride in this Jeep to commented how quiet the coilovers are. They said, you know, all my friends told me those things are noisy and they're going to drive you crazy. And of course, they're not when they're set up correctly. And that's also the reason I run an IVP. We've talked about that on many Tech Talks. That same person also commented how quiet these tires are, sounding surprised as well. So yes, both of those sizes will be available of the new tires, which my sheet just flew away, will be available in a DOT and a sticky, the 42 and the 44 inch Baja Bosses. So, yep, I don't know what's going to come first, but yeah, they will both be available. So, Brian, the Mickey T's good. Yep, excellent. And need the shirt. Yeah, this is a pretty cool shirt, huh? I got this, man, last year, or yeah, I think it was last year when I was back at Mickey Thompson in Ohio. It's one of my favorite shirts. It's a super soft material. So I always like wearing that, of course. If you're not familiar with the stickies, that is a patented Mickey Thompson drag race tire compound. And they've just revised it for this next batch of stickies, including the ones that Jordan will get for his race car, to even be more durable. You know, obviously that sticky compound, the tires just wear away fast. But yeah, they're telling me that they're going to be able to keep it as sticky and make it more durable. So let's see what they can do. Now, by the way, I'm talking to the engineer that designs the tire. This isn't just some sales guy I'm talking to at Mickey Thompson. I'm talking to the guy. So Yeah, I've got a few connections over there. So, hi from Chile. Awesome. Awesome. There's Nick. Yep. So, we will be able to do a little bit more trimming here. You can see there's more meat right back here, and we'll be able to open this up. If I have to, I can shift some things forward or back and kind of make it fit. But I will do what is necessary to get that 42 to fit. So, okay, there's a good question. Pros and cons of a 17-inch rim. So I believe that the 17-inch rim on a Jeep, and by the way, I don't know if you saw some of the pictures I posted. I love the proportions of that tire. And what happens is you get the extra sidewall so that the nuisance rocks that are like the size of a softball, literally when you air down, it'll just soak that stuff up. Part of the reason, and this is great to have this conversation, that I want to go to a 42 is that when I air down, I actually have a 40, the clearance of a 40. So that's a big part of it. The other thing is that the 42 fills the holes better. Everybody's out there on 37s and 40s making holes. Well, the 42 just rolls through that even better and faster. So all the better. I know the guys at Mickey Thompson are super excited about this now. They had a great display. And over at Rockstar Garage, which is where I took a bunch of the pictures of the tires on Jeeps, they had some mounted. So I know that they'll be getting me a set here pretty soon. So yeah, it's gonna be awesome, and we'll be running the heck out of those things. Initially, I'll be putting them on Terremoto, and then down the road when they're more available, I'll put them on the Aftershock. But I want those things bad on Terremoto, so that's gonna be fun. What other questions you guys got concerning the sidewall? No, so the 17-inch, by the way, guys, I ran 10, 12 years ago, I ran the Goodyear 42s on a 17-inch wheel, in KOH at Mach speeds. It wasn't an issue, and quite frankly, it was super nice. It made the ride comfortable, having that extra sidewall. Newer tire technology, these sidewalls and stuff, they don't crab walk like they used to. So those days of worrying about a big sidewall are really non-existent. The only reason you would go with a 20-inch wheel is because you're trying to run a bigger brake package, or you don't own 17-inch wheels, so you got to buy B-locks anyways. Then you can just buy 20s. But if you already own, $500+ a wheel, wheels already, then why would you want to put yourself through that brain damage to buy more wheels? So that would be the main thing. Jordan, on his race car, he wants to go to 20s. He needs to run bigger brakes. He's got no clearance between. If a grain of sand gets in there, it's getting all caught up. So yeah, he's really after trying to get a bigger brake package in there. So what else? Of course, we were there showing the new roll cage in here, and also talking to customers about our EXS suspension. So those are all things that we were out there doing. I of course went by the Warren booth, Factor 55, talked to those guys. Vision X has a bunch of new lights that I'm gonna be working with, and of course, that we've got our own tail lights, and those are. Let me switch around here. These are actually made for us by Vision X. That's how we got the DOT approval. So those are super nice. What else? We stopped by and talked to the guys at Torco. That's where Jordan's race car was. R1 Concepts. We're doing even more stuff with them. We're actually going to be doing a brand new video for you guys. Before I switch the brakes on this, we're going to show the 60 to 0 tests before and after. And we're even going to do a stock jail as well and show you what just changing their brake pads or doing pads and rotors as well. So we've got a bunch of good stuff there. I see lots of nice comments. These are our front turn signals that we have available now. And for those of you that don't know, This Vision X light has an orange halo, and so it's a driving light, but when you turn on the blinker, then you get the orange halo. And I know I've got videos of that on our website, and those are called the Optimus. So if you go over to our website, just go to the search bar, type Optimus, and you'll see those with the halos. And there's a video that shows them working pretty darn cool. So Mickey Thompson 40-inch. Yeah, okay, so these, you know, if you're daily driving, these are a DOT tire that I've got on aftershock. You know, I drove this thing. It's about 5.5 hours to and from Vegas each way. And, you know, they wear great. I think I've got like 20,000 miles on this set, both on and off road. And they're quiet. It's a great all-around tire. And if you're going for this kind of a look, then, you know, that's a nice looking tire as well. That kind of mud tire look. They don't make it the 80 in a 40 at 37 as big as they make that. So if you're thinking 80, then you're still going to be stuck in a 37. So hopefully that answers that question. There's Kevin Hudson, buddy of mine. Awesome. See you watching. So what other tire questions were there? They're flipping by pretty quick, so I'm trying to answer questions here and talk about it. Gearing, okay. So for most people, the max gear they're going to be able to run is a 538, and 538 is perfect for a 40. It takes it right back to stock, and you know, basically on a 42, it's going to be fine with the 538. So just go 538 unless, you know, you happen to be one of those people who are running an axle where you can get a different ratio, then you can go a little bit deeper. But that's going to be a little bit tough. So 538 is still going to be your main choice. I did meet with the folks at Eaton. You know, I was talking about the lockers that I run on this, the electric lockers, and I'm running an electric on the front of Terremoto and a Detroit in the rear. Of course, those are all made by Eaton, and you know, I'm always happy to talk more about that stuff too. Curry, when I stopped by and talked to Casey, yes, I am running the Curry axles. So this front one is what they were calling their VXR 60, and then in the rear I'm running the 70. And the advantage is this tilted back cover. So it puts the upper control arm way back here behind the track bar, behind the steering box, and that's a huge advantage when you're looking for up travel. And, you know, in this case, we want the Jeep to sit low, so we need that axle to go way up inside there. Okay, 2004 TJ, Highline fenders. Yeah, that's going the right way. Eventually do the LJ stretch, awesome. That's what I would recommend. So in the rear, you would just mount our standard fender higher up. It's super easy to do on the body, and you can call in and talk to one of my guys, and they can send you some pictures or show you on our gallery. We've got plenty on our gallery. Or you can run our EXS, depending on how much, or sorry, our EXT rear fender, depending on how much you're stretching. That's kind of a modified comp fender. So what else? Let's see. Dana 60 is a Dana 35. I see Ari on there. Oh, Jordan's on now too. Cool. Jordan's still there at Sema. He's there all week with his race car. I finished up everything and I'm headed back. I got to be at work tomorrow in the office. We got tons of stuff to do. On a stock wheelbase, yeah, I wouldn't recommend even a 40 on a stock wheelbase. So, yeah, you guys, you're having fun over there. And Sam's quoting some RPMs. That's cool. So, any more? Let's see. I did tell you that the new 42 and 44 are 1350, which is the same as the 40, a 1350. And let's see, that 42 is only 2 pounds heavier than a regular 40. So that's actually pretty good. What they did was they actually spread the lugs out a little bit more. So it's got the same amount of lugs on the tire. They just spread it out. So it's a pretty nice mud tire from that standpoint. So I was happy to see that as well. That was one of my suggestions. Goodyear did the same thing, by the way, on the MTR. So let's see. I was going through the different companies that we saw out there. I did stop by and talk to King. They didn't really have anything new that we could use, but we're a good customer, and I like the IBPs. JE Reel was there. Of course, I use him for the drive shafts. He builds the best heavy-duty drive shafts with the top quality components that are not going to let you down. Yes, Jordan is registered already, so you can go on right now. If you can buy. You can pick him as a driver, your favorite driver. You can buy the shirts. You can do the whole thing. So please, we would appreciate that as a GenRight fan out there. That'd be great. Hopefully you're coming out to KOH too. That's all part of buying your passes and stuff. So that's pretty cool. Bolt-on bumper like the one on Aftershock. Well, okay, so if you were looking at the front bumper, so this is, if you haven't seen this up close, this bumper is actually part of the frame. So in order to keep everything on this as tight and light as possible, the front and rear bumper are built into this. So it's a little bit more motivation for you to pony up and get the really good stuff, the EXS. So eventually you'll get there, because your factory frame is going to break, especially if you're out wheeling it hard, and then you're going to need one of these EXS frames. So you could always get rid of your factory frame right now while it's still worth money, sell it off to a body shop or a junkyard, and be ahead of the game. So all right, what else? We stopped by DEI. I know you guys, I talk about DEI all the time, and they're the company that builds all this heat wrap stuff that we're constantly using to protect things. I think you can see that right there. And then this kind of stuff on the firewall. We wrap the exhaust with it. We really try and contain the heat. Heat on these things is not your friend. I know that, a lot of Jeeps don't come stock with it, and maybe you say, well, Tony, I've gotten away with it for years. Well, it is deteriorating all of the components in your engine compartment for sure, and probably creating heat in the floor. So if you can wrap all that stuff and protect it, that's better. The other thing is they're the ones that make the boom mats for inside to go on the top to help keep it quieter. There's a lot of good stuff from DEI, and whether we sell a lot of it too, but you can get it straight through them. Doesn't matter to me. All really good stuff. Trying to think of, the SEMA show is a very expensive show for companies to go to, so not a lot of the smaller companies go there. No, I did not see anything new from Switch Pro. I've got it on mine. I did see Robert and his wife today, and just covered the basics with them. They're super busy. They just moved into a new building recently, so I'm going to try and get down there and do a tech talk from there, like probably in the next few weeks. So, let's see. No, I couldn't stop everywhere. I was there on a mission to hit a bunch of meetings, and so what else? What else have we got? You guys are doing pretty good on questions. That's awesome. So, and of course, remember, if you're not subscribing to this, please do, and please tell your friends about Tech Talk. I met people even there that just love the information. So please share it with your friends. Don't keep it to yourself. So what else? The rock sliders. So these go down below the pinch seam, and these are 250 wall. They're super heavy duty, and 250 wall on everything, and then these tie into the frame. So this is the beefiest setup you can get, and it really does help protect the body. We do make a kick plate that goes on here. I just haven't put it on yet. I have it paint matched and everything. So just don't have enough time to get to all my projects. I still want to work on my little budget YJ. I want to work on this more. Remember, this is my vehicle that's got the solar on the roof. I think you can see it right there. Yep. So right now it's kind of set up for overlanding. If I take you back here, I've got my stuff in here. My fridge is at 29 degrees, ready to rip. It's got stuff in there. We were, by the way, we were giving out some pretty cool posters of Jordan and his race car, the Lamborghini, with all the sponsors on there. If you find him, he'll even autograph one for you, and that would be pretty cool. By the way, we bring these out to the different events, and you know, we're always happy to sign those for you guys. What else? The mountains should be blue. Yeah, the mountains will be blue at 29 degrees. You bet they will. I still got about 3 or so hours to drive, so I'm not going to be drinking any Blue Mountains right now. So, all right. Let's see, what else about today? The weather was very weird at the Sema show. It rained outside. It was windy. Normally it's quite warm in Vegas this time of year. And otherwise, you know, we got there early each day. We did post some videos from the Torco booth, and in case you did or didn't see those. Jordan's car, you know, looks really nice right now. It's all cleaned up and ready to go. By the way, I don't know if you heard, but last weekend, Jordan ran the original OG 13 race course, which back in 2008 was done in 4 hours and 13 minutes. And a couple years ago, Eric Miller did it in 2 hours flat. Jordan did it in 1 hour and 51 minutes in his car. And that is a 9-minute record on that. So that's pretty insane. So we have high expectations for performance this KOH. So we're really looking forward to that. So what else we got here on the YJ? You leave the leaf springs. Oh, that's a great question. So you can put a longer leaf spring with a center pin in a different location, and then a lot of the time you can weld on a tab kind of like this one, and then you just bring the entire shackle from inside the frame here to the back of the frame, and then you can move the whole axle back. And that's a great way, very inexpensive way to stretch a YJ. So yeah, and at some point we'll maybe do that on our white one. We're still a little ways away from that. I want to show everybody how all the changes we did. We can go run the Rubicon. We're trying to get out there to do that before it snows. So the tire carrier. Yeah, I've got my tire carrier mounts on there. By the way, you know, the tire carrier, you can also put our small cargo rack, the ACC-1200, inside the tire carrier and carry firewood, a propane tank, extra water, gas cans, whatever you want. You don't carry a tire anymore, but you can put that rack in there and carry a bunch of stuff that you don't necessarily want inside the Jeep on the back of the Jeep. So that's pretty handy. So yeah, but yeah. So anyways, I know Jeff and I are looking forward to hosting everybody out at the Hammers for our turkey run. That's coming up in just a couple of weeks. So we're looking forward to being out there. That's going to start on November 19th and go through, I think, the 26th or 27th. So we're looking forward to that. By all means, we're going to be serving Thanksgiving dinner out there, and it's a potluck style. So we'll cook the turkeys, you bring a side dish, and join us. And then the rest of the time, we're going to be leading trails and showing people around the Johnson Valley, and it's going to be a lot of fun. We bring a lot of firewood. We have a good time out there, and I'm sure it'll be a trip you'll never forget. Even if your Jeep isn't capable of running some of the big trails, hop in and ride with one of us. you could then decide, hey, is this something I want to do? Is this something I, think I want to do or feel like doing? Is it worth building my Jeep? Once you ride one of our Jeeps, it's the best of the best. So you can kind of make your decision from there and figure out, how much you want to spend or how into this sport you want to get. So, yeah, GenRight Turkey Run. There we go. By the way, you can sign up for that on our website. If you go to company, it's one of the drop-down things. And please sign up there so we know that you're coming and what day you're going to be arriving, because we got to park everybody and do all that. So there's Zach. Zach, are you going to make it out to the Turkey Run? Come on, we got to get you out. It's time to come over from Colorado. All right. What else we got, guys? Yeah, Jeff's saying we got plenty of open seats. Awesome. Let's see. I haven't really made many other changes on Aftershock. We're the cage has been our this was our full production cage, and obviously you can see it fits with the hard top. The seats do fold down in the back, which is really nice. I had passengers in here all week while we've been at the Sema show, and yeah, this thing's running great. It's street drivable, highway on 40s, so I won't even tell you what I set my cruise control at. It's definitely over the speed limit. So yeah, I see people talking about the Turkey Run. That's awesome. And yeah, we're gonna have runs for all different level people, so drivers and vehicles. So depending on who's there, we just kind of set what that looks like, and then we figure it out for the day. There's no set schedule. A lot of the time what happens is people show up and they say, man, I've really been wanting to run Wrecking Ball or Turkey Claw or whatever. So we just cater to that, and we can usually run multiple trails in one day. So yeah, definitely look forward to hosting whoever shows up for that. So this has the stock engine. So when I built Aftershock, one of the things that I wanted to do differently than I did on Terremoto was I wanted to leave the stock engine, transmission, and transfer case in this. Because the whole deal with California and smog here, I was kind of getting tired of answering that question. So you can buy this as an e-torque, you can buy it as a 392, whatever you want to do. Just buy it and build it up the way you want and enjoy it. So, or you can pick up a JK, a 4-door JK, a lot cheaper, and put all the money into good parts. And that's a that kit you can do in your garage, our Elite kit, versus the EXS, which is the whole frame. So, but a lot of people like the amenities in the JL, the heated steering wheel and dual zone climate control and all the fancy hands-free stuff and big screen and satellite radio, and so even the keyless entry. I mean, there's just a ton of stuff with these things that is pretty fancy and nice, and the 8-speed transmission is definitely nice. I actually got to talk to one of the engineers that headed up the development of the JL today at the show, and he just loves this thing. So, and he loves the cage. He told me he saw the cage recently, and he's like, man, that thing is phenomenal. So pretty cool. So what else we got going? I'm happy to keep answering questions, guys. Fire them away. I stopped to talk to you guys. I'm committed to our 5 o'clock Wednesday time, so keep them coming. Yep, I'm driving the Aftershock right now. When I get back, I'm going to be prepping the Terremoto for our Turkey Run week. I just need to take a quick look at it and make sure it's ready to go. And on the last Tech Talk show, we were talking about stuff, and I noticed I had a loose wheel bearing, so I'm going to double check that and see if that's really what it is. And then coming up soon, we're going to be installing the R1 brakes on this. I got their big brake package for this, and we're going to do videos of the testing before and after to show you guys what really is there. So ETA on the 42 is this coming summer. So I'm going to take pre-orders because I'm GenRight is ordering a ton of these tires in 17 and 20-inch wheel versions. And, you know, hopefully you buy them from us. I want to, you know, knock it out of the park with these things. So, yeah, 44s. I know, 44-inch tire and a 1350. It's pretty amazing looking. Hey, there's Ginger. How are you? Awesome. I saw Josh on there too. Yeah, and then of course, like Alan's mentioning, you know, when you do our kit, you can get the 36-gallon tank, which is pretty nice too, especially if you're putting a bigger engine in, or you just don't want to stop as often. So that's pretty nice. So I know everybody wants bigger tires. Keep in mind, if you're going to go to a 42, you really need to have built axles. That's going to be important that you're doing it. Yeah, I don't know about Black Friday specials. We don't even have any pricing yet. I believe we are still running our Rocktober specials right now. And I know that we're working on our Black Friday stuff, but that's still a few weeks away. So, don't hesitate. We got some pretty good deals going right now for sure. So, Terry wants some 42s. I know Terry wants 42s. He and I talk about that every time we talk. So, he and I can't wait. It's going to be awesome. So, what else? Man, just, you know, going to Sema is like a blur. There's so many things that we're there and talking to people about. You know, all of the great companies that we work with, Rock Jock, Curry, you know, all these guys are there and, you know, showing off their newest stuff. So, oh, Alan's going to switch now. Wow. Better sell those other tires you had. Yeah. So, yeah, Black Friday for the TJ guys. Yep. So, I don't know if I'll be at the Jeep night in a couple weeks. No, as a matter of fact, I know I won't be. I'm going to be at the one in Arizona, in Scottsdale, Arizona. So if you're watching from Arizona, I'm coming to see you. I will have Terremoto with me because I'm leaving straight from your Jeep night and headed to the Hammer straight from there. So, yeah, it's going to be fun. I haven't been out to Arizona in a while. I love it out there. The people are super nice. Not that people aren't nice everywhere, but I do enjoy the Arizona crowd. So I believe that's going to be over at Venture Off-Road. And I saw that he posted he's buying food and drinks for the first 50 people to show up. So there's some motivation, free meal. And heck, you know, might even get to say hi and talk about your Jeep with me. So that'd be fun too. So yeah, I mean, I try to be everywhere at the same time, but I'm finding it's nearly impossible. So, but I appreciate that everybody wants to hang out. That's for sure. Yep, Tom's doing one in PA. That's awesome. We've got ambassadors all over the place that are doing Jeep nights. So, depending on where you live in the country, you can look on our website. You can reach out to Jeff at GenRight.com and find out if there's one in your area. We're doing every third Friday. We do them. So. Yeah, that's coming up soon. So not this Friday, but soon. So okay, so we have always sold KMC rims. We've always sold Trail Readies. Right now, my rim of choice is the Race Lines. I really like this Avenger wheel, and Race Line has recently gone to a special kind of casting that's increased the strength. And I've been working with Greg over there. They're really doing a nice job on their product these days. So I'm switching. You know, obviously the Aftershock's already on a Race Line. I'm switching Terremoto over to a Race Line as well. So I want to run the newest stuff and check it out and make sure that it's the kind of thing that we want to be recommending. So right now it's looking pretty good, I can tell you that. What else? Oh, by the way, Jamie's running the Avengers too. And he's been happy with those. So yeah, we're constantly swapping stuff out and trying new things. So I did ask Mickey Thompson if they would make the 40 in their AT. So it is on their short list of stuff that they'd like to. So Any more races for Terremoto? I don't know about that. I just don't have time. I'm just out of time. So I'd love to race at KOH again. I'd love to do another desert race, but we'll see what happens. I am going to put my good engine in. I just got it freshened up, so I'll be putting my good LS3 back in, and that's going to be a hot one. We made a few changes, and I'm really looking forward to that. It's got some brand new parts. One of the guys that I stopped to talk to were the guys from Comp Cams, which is Edelbrock. Comp Cams Fast. They're all the same company, and they're pretty excited about my next engine, and they're also the suppliers of the parts we use for Jordan's race engine. So another good company, good brand to check out. I was going to remind everybody, I did check my air cleaner before coming on this trip. It was pretty dirty. So, these engines, they make pretty good power. We're asking them to work pretty hard. So make sure you've got a fresh filter in there. And then, of course, I'm running Torco synthetic fluid in here to, just protect the motor the most I can. Get as many miles out of this as I can. So, as you know, these V6s are known for getting hot and dropping a valve seat. So you definitely want to keep them as cool as you can and keep those parts lubricated and get as much life out of it as you can. So I just had a long talk with the guys at Torco. They've got a brand new engineer there that's got some new ideas, and we're going to be testing some new stuff on Jordan's race car. So it's when we go to a show like this, we're connected with all the right people, and it's so exciting. My brain's like fried though. Just it's so much to take in. I made pages and pages of notes, and I've got to follow up with a ton of people. So, yep, it's gonna be pretty cool. By the way, I don't know if I've ever mentioned to you guys, I have 75 new products in the pipeline at any given time. So that's part of the reason I want to get back. Is I still have a bunch of new stuff, including one of the things that Summer Ann wants, which is the corner guards. So I'm in the final stretch on some of these things. I've got people calling me that have damaged them and begging me for the corner guards. So I got to get these finished up, and then we're going to work on more of the Gladiator stuff. And don't worry, I still have stuff coming for CJs, YJs, TJs, LJs. We haven't forgotten about you guys. Still near and dear to my heart, that's for sure. So don't worry about that, okay? And if there's something you're looking for, email me or message me somehow. Let me know. So yeah, JL corner guards. There's Josh. He needs them too. So I know that we just got. I'm back over here. We just got more of these bezels. So they come in black. I paint matched mine, but to adapt to our tail light. And that really cleans up the side. You can see, now you don't have anything hanging out. It's pretty nice. And these have built-in backup lights, side marker lights. This is really nice tail light. So if you're looking for that stuff too. What else? We've got our Rocktober sale going on right now. So go check out your favorite parts there. The JL cages, we just shipped the first batch last week before we left. So for those guys that were early on the list, they got their cages, and more are coming. So it's going to be fun. And then, hey, beyond our turkey run, don't forget that in Simi Valley, and I know some of the other areas where our ambassadors are, we are doing our Christmas crawl, which has also been called a Parade of Lights. But basically everybody decorates their Jeeps, and we all parade around Simi Valley. It's a super fun time. Everyone in the community comes out of their homes and just loves it. Their kids. I've seen them passing out cookies and all kinds of stuff. It's really a festive. It will get you in the Christmas spirit for sure. So if you're even a few hour drive from us, it's definitely worth making the drive. I know the guys from R1, the guys from Curry, the guys, we get a lot of our industry partners come out just to do that themselves with their families. So another, GenRight, unique GenRight event like the turkey run, to come and have some fun. So by all means, there's also a sign up sheet for that on the website. So sign up. That's a limited number so that we don't take over the town and clog up the roads. So if you're interested in that, you need to sign up soon. The turkey run is unlimited, and you can come for the day, or you can come for many days, or the whole time, or whatever's good for you. So by all means, we welcome people to get out there and check that out. Johnson Valley is vast, and we are going just off Boone Road. So I think on our sign up thing, there's a map, and we email you some additional information. So, all right. I have not seen, oh, hey, there's from Puerto Rico. Awesome. I haven't seen any more questions coming through. I'll give you guys another few minutes to get a few more questions in, and then I'm going to wrap it up and get on the road again. So, all right, sending us our Christmas list. I like it. I like it. We've got a lot of good parts that will trick out your Jeep. So, yeah, by all means, they're the parts to have for sure. And, a lot of you, I haven't seen anybody comment, but I finally put our aluminum fenders on the aftershock, and it looks awesome, man. I just love the look of these things. And they're extra clearance. I don't know that dorky thing sticking out like this anymore. Now it's all nice and trim. And that's really great on the trail for sure. So let's see. He's asking Santa. Okay. Everybody's typing in their list now. I like it. Yep. So if you missed it, I stopped in Baker, California. This is usually one of the warmest spots in the entire state. And it's just off the 15 on the way to or from Vegas. And I'm on my way back. I've had my fun at Sema, and now I'm headed back. So, yep, lots of good stuff. So... okay, what occurs at the turkey run? So the turkey run is much like any other trail run, right? We lead the trails each day, and we'll lead multiple trails, depending on the vehicles that are there. It is a great, everybody camps together with us. So you can, get in, you sit by the fire with us every night. We all, cook our separate meals except for Thanksgiving Day. We'll do a big potluck. Depending on how many people show up, I've cooked as many as 9 turkeys and carved them myself and served everybody. So it's a lot of fun. We literally have music every night at the fire. We're hanging out. We're talking Jeeps. We're working on Jeeps. Depending on who's coming. Sometimes I bring an engine hoist, nitrogen. I can change springs. I can help you, dial in your Jeep. Or we can just talk about it. It's a great place to go for a ride with me in one of my Jeeps and see what's even possible. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. I think you'll dig it. So, what else? If you're late to the party here, because I see some new faces on here, the Mickey Thompson released their 42 and 44 inch Baja Boss MT at Sema. So I'm super excited. I ordered a ton of these tires, so I'm hoping that everybody else is excited as I am. So if you're late, that was the main topic of this entire recap. So okay, Ginger, okay, good, yep, excellent. And Josh is gonna bring his fryer. Awesome, that'll be great. Yes, Tuxedo will be there. He's gonna be there on the early end. He's going to be there on the 19th and stay, I think, through Thanksgiving. So if you're interested in seeing that, I'm pretty sure Cameron's going to be there with his Jeep, which is also that TJ to LJ. I'm pretty sure Tom Erkey's going to be there, who also has our TJ to LJ. So we, could potentially have 3 of those out there. I didn't see Tom's name on the list here of names popping up, so he might be watching, but he just bought a new motorhome and he's getting ready to come out, so that's going to be pretty awesome. Yeah, I mean, we're bringing all Jeeps. Jordan might be there with his race car. There is a small chance that you could get a ride in that race car. You do, one of the qualifications is you need to be skinny enough to fit inside of it. But I guarantee you a 5-minute ride in that car will change your life. You have no idea what you're even bargaining for, let alone, you know, a ride with me in Terremoto or one of my Jeeps. So, yeah, it's going to be a good time. Like I say, we get back about this time each day, you know, kind of what I would call happy hour. And then we relax, cook our dinner, sit by the fire. I bring in like 4 cords of wood, and we have a real fire every night. So it's a great time, lots of like-minded people, and we've got our own camp that we, you know, kind of tuck off. So you can hang out with us and be with friends. So if that sounds like fun, I don't want to twist your arm too hard, please join us. So, all right, everybody, I'm going to call it a day. It's been fun talking to everybody, and thanks for joining me. We'll see you next Wednesday.